Have you ever felt that pull of the open road? Not as a tourist just checking things off a list, but as something more? Well, today we're jumping into Solology, an absolutely incredible collection of poetry and prose by the author Avalok. And trust me, this isn't just about travel. It's a whole philosophy, one born from decades of riding solo through some of the most beautiful and, dangerous landscapes on Earth.
So let's get right into it. The book's preface just hits you with these three commands. Don't travel, ride. Seek, soak. And that right there is the core idea. We're not talking about ticking off destinations. It's about this deep, immersive experience where the journey itself, that's the whole point.
And whose journey are we talking about? It's the story of a solo wanderer. In fact, the author has this great term for himself, a compulsive coddywampler. I love that. It means someone who wanders purposefully, but toward a destination they don't even know yet. It's all about what the road teaches you when you're just open to it.
So, what's behind this whole call of solitude thing? What really makes someone choose to ride alone? To face the world without that safety net of a group? Let's dig into what drives that.
And here it is, the central definition. Solology isn't about finding the easy path or the comfortable hotel. No way. The whole philosophy flips that script. It says the real charm, the thrill of a solo ride is actually found in the doubts and the dangers. It's all about leaning into that uncertainty, not trying to escape it.
Okay, so we've got the philosophy, but now we're getting into the real nitty-gritty. Because embracing doubt and danger, well, that's not just a nice poetic idea. On the road, it's a very, very real experience. The author just nails this feeling in his poem, The Solo Ride. It all boils down to this one simple question that every solo traveler asks themselves 100 times a day. What lies around the corner? Think about it. It puts you right there on the bike, on some winding Himalayan road. Is it a breathtaking view, another brutal climb, a washed-out bridge? That suspense is what the adventure is all about.
And the stakes? They are unbelievably high. He talks about riding on NH22, which has a reputation as one of the most dangerous roads in the entire world. And this isn't an exaggeration. A small mistake, one tiny slip, meant a certain fall to your death. That reality is your constant, quiet companion on these rides. And if you want a perfect example of that danger, look no further than this. This happened on the road to Dankar Monastery. The author was riding behind a tractor trailer when, way up above them, a road crew set off dynamite. And just like that, a massive landslide comes crashing down.
Can you just picture the absolute chaos of that moment? This quote from the book is so intense. Rocks were literally bouncing around us like footballs. He and the tractor driver had to ditch their vehicles and just run for their lives. And in this crazy stroke of luck, the trailer on the tractor actually shielded his bike and saved it from being totally crushed. But here's the thing about these moments of pure terror. They almost always lead to something else. Take this story. He skids out on an icy pass at Kunzumla. He's stranded, can't lift his heavy bike. 2 hours go by. Finally, a trucker finds him and just yells, "Hey, bud, are you crazy? You want to freeze to death?" So you see what happens? This moment of extreme danger instantly transforms into a moment of raw, unfiltered human connection. And this is really the soul of Solology. You realize that when you're out there on the road, you might be riding solo, but you are never, ever truly alone. You find strangers, and you have your loyal companions.
So first up, let's meet that loyal companion. This is the author with his motorcycle, the Red Apache. And in these stories, the bike is so much more than a machine. It's a character, it's a partner, it has a soul.
The bike is everything you'd want in a partner on a journey like this. Strong, absolutely dependable. He's had it for 20 years. It rarely breaks down, never refuses a long ride. The bond they have is just profound. The author says it best, "He has been loyal to me, I need to be too." It's a real partnership, tested over thousands and thousands of kilometers.
But as crucial as the bike is, the connections that really stick with you, the ones that change you, are with the people you meet. And I've got to tell you, there's maybe no one more remarkable in this entire book than a man named Bagicha Singh.
The author just bumps into him on the side of a road, describes him as a sight to behold. And when they met, Bagicha Singh was 79 years old, okay? Just keep that number in your head.
All right, but that's just the start. Are you ready for this next number? Because it's mind-boggling. This man had walked on his own 2 feet 530,000 kilometers across India.
This was his 20th trip in a row, covering the entire country every single year. Let that sink in for a second.
And just when you think it cannot possibly get any more incredible, there's this. He did it all while carrying an 80-kilo rucksack on his back. 80 kilos! That's about 176 pounds. A 79-year-old man walking the entire subcontinent with that much weight, all on a mission to promote education and fight addiction. It's just superhuman. So, you survive all that. You have these encounters that just rewire your brain. What do you do with it all? What do you bring back? Well, that brings us to the final and maybe most important part of the journey, the wisdom you get from the road.
This story is such a brilliant lesson in perspective. So the author is at a little tea stall, staring at this huge, magnificent mountain, trying to figure out how he's going to climb it. A local shepherd sits down next to him. Now, for the author, that mountain is a challenge, right? It's an achievement to be conquered. But for the shepherd, he's looking at the exact same mountain and wondering if there's enough grass for his sheep and if a storm is about to roll in. Same mountain, two completely different worlds. It's all about what you're looking for.
And, sometimes wisdom comes from, messing up. After being so focused on reaching a Himalayan peak that he completely missed a little pebble, stumbled, and broke his ankle, he learned this huge lesson. Now I look down while going up. Watch my feet rather than the crown. It's such a powerful metaphor, isn't it? Focus on the steps right in front of you, not just the faraway goal.
And this is where it all comes together. The book itself, Solology, is the final destination of all these journeys. As the author says, the hardships, the kindness of the mountain people, the feeling of that cold breeze, it all condenses into poetry.
So we end on this mantra from the book. And it's so much more than just travel advice, right? It feels like a philosophy for how to live. But what would it actually mean to apply this to our own lives, even if we never get on a motorcycle? Go solo, go slow, don't follow, go high, think deep. What could a philosophy like that unlock for you?